All right, Joker Folie à Deux. All right, Joker 2. It was directed by Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips put out some incredible comedies in the 2000s. He put out Old School in 2000. He put out the Hangover series, right? Zach Galifianakis. Great fucking comedies. Old School. How could you not like Old School? Funny as fuck, right? So going into the 2020s, he said, you know what? I don't want to do comedies. I want to try something new. I'm going to put out a new foray. I'm going to go into the suspense drama category. And that's what he did with Joker 1. This is Joker 2. Now, when I do these reviews, whether I like the film personally or not, I'm a businessman and I own some ventures that I don't necessarily consume. Right? I sell things that I don't necessarily consume. I own a vending machine business and I don't drink soda or eat chips, but I sell them. Why? Because they make me money. So I can look at the standpoint of a movie of, well, I wasn't the target demographic, and that's okay. So for Joker 2, if you are a fan of old school Hollywood, Warner Brothers musicals, Singing in the Rain, any of that type of shit, right? I think you'll dig this film. So Joker 2 starts off where Joker 1 left off. Joker 1, if you haven't seen it, you probably shouldn't be watching this review, but you need to watch them both in succession. All right, so Joker 1 ends off with the Joker killing Robert De Niro's character, who was a big time Tonight Show character in Gotham City. He kills him on the stage. We open up with Joker 2 with Joaquin Phoenix. He is now in prison, in the Arkham prison. And and then he meets Lady Gaga's character, Harlequin. Now, I liked the fact that this film gave the Joker a love interest, right? So it basically showed a couple of themes in this film. It basically showed how no matter how dark somebody is or how demented someone is, there is always somebody for them. And with the Joker character, Joaquin Phoenix, the first thing I noticed when this film started was, God damn, he got skinny. The Joker got so skinny. Joaquin got so skinny for this role, dude. He had to be 150, 140 pounds. He was so skinny, right? And the cinematography on this film was great. I love the cinematography. I love the way it was shot. The color palette was great. There was a scene where it shows the Joker walking between the prisons out in the rain, and he's surrounded by four different prison guards, and they all got different color umbrellas. You know what I mean? Just little spots like that where it's dark as hell in the background, but you got all these beautiful color palettes around it. And I wasn't expecting this film to be what it was. I don't think anybody was. If you haven't seen it, it's not like the first one. It's not gonna be. It's gonna spend more time on the Joker in prison. It's a long film. It's well over 2 hours. It's about 2 hours and about 10 minutes. So make sure you go to the bathroom before you even walk into the theater, because you're gonna be sitting for a while. He's in prison and he meets Harlequin, Lady Gaga, and he finds out that Harlequin is actually a big fan of his, and she seduces him. Basically, he's this dude has never had sex before. This is the first woman he has sex with. And generally, he fell in love with her, right? Like legit love. And the thing is, she fell in love with the Joker. She didn't fall in love with the man of the character or the person, the man who the Joker really was, because they were trying to spin in court. The Joker was in court that his character, his split personality, the Joker, was the one that killed all those people, and he ended up killing quite a bit of people. And I don't know, man. It was when they first started to sing and do the musical shit. I was like, okay, different, right? It's different, okay. But when you're an hour and 45 minutes in, and everything is, oh, let's sing about this and let's sing about that. I'm not into musicals, man. I'm not into musicals. I didn't go see La La Land with Ryan Gosling and I forgot the girl's name. I'm not into musicals. The thing I did dig about the juxtaposition of it was Warner Brothers produced this or distributed this film, and Warner Brothers historically put out a bunch of big time musicals in its infancy of being around in the last 100 years. So its first 10 to 15, 20 years, they put out a lot of different musicals. And I do like that this film was so dark, but the juxtaposition is they were having a dark musical, you know what I mean? Regardless of it, like I said, did I like the film? No, I didn't. But I can see the beauty in it. Artistically, it was beautiful. It was shot beautiful. As a businessman, the thing I noticed is, like I said, if you are a musical fan, like you love musicals and shit, because most people that love musicals wouldn't even think about watching The Joker, right? You wouldn't expect it. I got a little exhausted with it because it's like, okay, there's another song. Once we got to the third and fourth song, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this movie's a fucking dark musical. It's a musical noir. You know what I mean? That's basically what it is. And cinematography, I give it the cinematography an A. The story and the musical overall, I gave it a 78. Personally, the Joker won after Heath Ledger did the Joker. I mean, I was born in the 80s, so Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger did the best Jokers to me. I felt like nobody else should do the Joker after Heath Ledger. Joaquin, he's one of my favorite actors, for sure. But I didn't like Joker 1. I didn't like Joker 2. I think the thing I liked about the Joker with Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger is they made him look sinister. Like, they made him look cool. With Joaquin, he's like a little puny little bitch. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I just, Joker 2, musical and all that. I mean, dude, if you like musicals, you'll love this film. But I don't like musicals, so if you love musicals, you'll love the film. But the beauty, what I did like about the director, Todd Phillips? He took a risk. This was a risky film. This film is gonna be so polarizing where you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. Nothing about this film, I have never seen anything like this before in my life. So, for the typical DC comic book nerd fanboy Comic-Con motherfucker, which I'm not. I mean, I just so happen to watch. I do like Batman movies, but I'm not like, yeah, Batman and Arkham and all. I don't know all that shit. I didn't read comic books as a kid. The typical fanboy is not gonna like this film. You're gonna hate it. But if you're a motherfucker that loves musicals and you kind of have a dark side a little bit, you might dig it. But yeah, 78.